Hello everyone, this is Callie Raspusi, the Collections Manager here at the Bennington Museum, welcoming you back to another tour at 10. Today, I welcome you from the museum storage rooms. And since Halloween is coming up, I thought I would share with you one of my favorite, rather creepy objects from the museum. We have quite a few that I personally find a little bit creepy. This is one of my favorites. So this lovely piece of Victorian art is created using human hair. And hair art is a relatively common thing among the Victorians. In the mid-1800s, they were very much about this idea of more is more and also using natural resources. So each little flower and bird on here uses a different person's hair. They're all different colors. Some of them are multicolored. Some of them are gray. Some, like this little flower here I love because it's got some brown hairs and then some lighter hairs. And I don't know if this all comes from one person or if she was combining hair from her family. This was made by Angeline Estabrook of Guilford, Vermont. It was made around 1850. Now she was born in 1835, so she would have been about 15 according to the family history that comes with it. I suspect that it was made a little bit later and that she was a little bit older than that. It's not necessarily unusual for teenage girls in the Victorian age to be making handiwork like this, but to be making something quite so large and fancy, I suspect she was older. And for Victorian hair work of this sort, it tends to be a little bit later as well. The frame is also really cool here. So this carved frame, the story behind this is that it was made by a wood carver at the Este Organ Company in Brattleboro, Vermont. Now Este organs were very much a important industry in Vermont. They were something that you found in your average Victorian parlor. Pianos at this point were much more expensive, but a reed organ was something that your average middle-class family could afford. So they came in all kinds of different price points, different sizes, and a lot of them have this wonderful carving on them. I suspect, I don't know who made this, but Angeline probably had some kind of a family connection or a relative who was working at the factory who made this for her custom made. It is really, really wonderful. And like I said, hair wreaths like this are something that many Victorian women made. If you go to a lot of your smaller historic house museums that interpret the Victorian age, the mid-1800s, late 1800s, you often see hair wreaths. This is a little bit bigger than most, and I also particularly love this little bird that's sort of like hanging on here. It's got a little spring. It moves a little bit when you pick this thing up. It's really quite fabulous. We recently had this piece conserved at the Williamstown Art Conservation Center. One of the problems with hair art is that it's not always as stable as you would like it to be. Things don't always survive very well. And this one, the wood had shifted a little bit over the years and was not fitting quite as tightly as we would have liked. So we have had a little bit of work done on it. It isn't currently on display here at the museum, but we rotate our displays all the time, and hopefully it will be again soon.